Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Everybody, welcome to the HandCash Hackathon results. We're going to be going over the 5 top projects entered in the HandCash Hackathon. We're going to be giving away $5,000 in prizes. Rafa, take it away.
yeah, so it's very exciting day for every participant in the event. I think we got a few surprises, and we're very glad of everyone who decided to participate, spend some time uh, trying with HandCash Connect, and also, of course, we hope that you guys also enjoying the participation. So let's first of all let's start with the finalists. We had five finalists, and all of them they're going to get some money. So the first one in the list, just to make it clear, guys, that's not the order of the finalists. It's just everyone who is considered a finalist. So the first one for us here is the Bitcoin Optimist. What can you tell about this project, Brandon?
So actually, I'm going to be throwing up a screen share here, if you can enable that on your end. And I'll just walk everybody through what Bitcoin Optimist is and what they've managed to do within the span of the hackathon. Are you able to throw up that screenshot?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, perfect. So Bitcoin Optimist is it's a demo of what their platform is trying to be. I'm not sure if everybody here is familiar with Discourse, but essentially this is a platform for hosting forums on the internet. And Bitcoin Optimist is a demo of the platform that they're trying to create. And it integrates HandCash and nano payments everywhere. So we're just going to go ahead and log in. And if we go to the forum posts, you can see that there are a few different options. You can do a thumbs up, gives the author of the post 10 cents. They have paywalls here for a penny set up. And I believe there's also a way to tip the creator directly. So they've managed to implement 3 different use cases. It'd be tipping, liking, and paywalls. So I think the creator of this has done a really good job. They understand Connect very well. They've integrated with the handle, the profile picture. Everything is visible, transparent, and audited. And I think they've just done a great job on this. And viability-wise, I think if they can branch out and they can get other forums to use their template, they'll do quite well.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. And I think the idea of extending the classical forum websites with nano payments to create more incentives, and instead of having this gamification kind of points or things like that, they just let's use money. So this is what they are considered finalists. The second project that we want to announce is Space Hunter. For this one, let's play a short video because it's a game and it just works for mobile, so it's gonna be a bit hard to share. Let's just play this short video, and I think everyone will understand quickly what this project is about. Yeah, so basically the idea is they got a classic game and they added nano payment. So every time you want to try, you pay a few euros, and then if you don't survive, you don't get any money back. But if you survive, the money that you get back is based on the score that you did.
Yeah.
So within the
A few comments I
yeah
would make about this one is I love the UI. I think they did a great job with that. I think they're using Flutter for the web, which seems to work, really well. What I did notice with the game is it is a very hard game, but they will give you tips and little reloads to your wallet as you play. So if everybody's not doing well and they're in a surplus, it seems like they're rewarding users just for playing, and they'll give you reloads to play more, which I think is a great way to balance the fact that it pays out based on score, and they can do the reloads according to how many people are winning and how much profit they're making. So I would give them kudos for all of that.
yeah, I think definitely it makes the game more interesting just with adding nano payments to it. And yeah, I think it is really it's really fun in how everything is managed. And I just feel that it makes it more exciting because
Mhm.
I don't know, if you're playing the game and every time you try, um, it's for free. It's like you don't really care. But when you are, even if it's just a few euros, that in fiat terms that's just a few cents, is nothing. I mean, you're not gonna stop paying your rent or anything like that because you're playing the game. But in your mind, it's like everything gets more exciting. So I
Yeah.
think they took advantage of that idea and did a really great job.
I'll give them props also for creativity as well. This is the new payout system that I haven't seen before, where they're actually paying out based on score immediately, versus I think what we've seen in the past is leaderboards and King of the Hill style. This is a new payout model, so I love to see them develop on this more and see where it takes them.
Yeah, great job to the team. The next project that we want to consider a finalist is the Clappy button. I think this one,
I can share my
think
screen.
yeah, I think that's easy to understand, especially for the people in the BSB ecosystem, because it reminds us to Money Button, but this is like a more simplified version. It reminds us to what Money Button was meant to be at the beginning. Just a simple button to trigger payments, and also the branding. It's very cool because um, they're using the concept of clapping. So every time you see this clapping, you know what's going to happen behind it.
Yeah, Rafa, if you'd like to throw up my screen share there, I can show everybody the app.
Yep.
Great. So this is Clappy Button. It's I love the welcome page. The landing page is really well done. They have a login with HandCash Button, which is great. So you don't even need to provide an email or password. You just simply log in with HandCash, and you're there. You have your own Clappy Button. You can see how much you've tipped, how much you've received. And if I go here, there's a demo that they have. If I can find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's their demo. So basically, you would put this on your website anywhere. You could put it at the bottom of an article, or at the bottom of any post, basically, where you would want to receive tips. It's just a simple JavaScript code that you throw in there, and the user can click as many times as they want. As soon as they're done clicking, the transaction gets processed. the tip will appear directly in the author's wallet, and you'll see who's tipping you, which is very fun. You can see if somebody I know is reading an article and they tip me, it's very nice to see where that's coming from.
Yeah, and to me, the best thing about Clappy Button is everything is very polished. So it's the integration with Connect looks fantastic, and everything is self-explainable to me. If you go to the website or you're a developer willing to integrate Clappy Button, the instructions are very easy. Also, the UI looks great. So this is a um, very competitive candidate for the hackathon. Yeah, so let's go with the next one. So we're glad to announce
Which
microsite real-time tipping as a finalist.
So I can go over this basically. From what I can see here is microsite builder is a little website builder where you can put up content, you can put up live streams, and I guess content or live streams. And what they will do is they'll embed a real-time tipping widget. So if I can go through here, I'll just enter some random data here.
Yeah, so basically it's like a website builder for small campaigns or for small events.
Yeah. You just need to fund the website. So when you create a website, it costs a penny to build the website. You send the payment from the HandCash app. It's received. And then you go to the microsite. And if I go down to the bottom, there is a real-time tipping widget. So to utilize a real-time tipping widget, you need to log in with HandCash. And once you're logged in with HandCash, we'll reload the site. It's just taking a little while here. Might need to come back to this one. Oh, here we go. Let's try this one more time. One use case I do enjoy about microsite is you can actually you can embed a stream or a YouTube video or a YouTube stream, and you can put their real-time tipping widget right next to that content. So if you had your viewers and you wanted to redirect them to a microsite with that tipping button, you could embed your video there and have real live tips going along with your content. So right now, unfortunately, I can't get it working, but I can just explain it. It's just a tipping widget along with your content.
Yeah, that's where the actual value of or the most important part of this idea is where we find it in how you can extend basically, especially for content creators, how you can extend existing platforms for receiving tips. So we have one finalist left, and this is not other one than the HandCash bot for Telegram.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sharing screen. Yeah.
Yeah. let me just do this. Okay, so you can see here we have a private chat here. I really like this one because it just shows how easy it is to integrate, connect into anything. You could do this for Telegram, you could do it for Slack, you could do it for any platform like this, and it's great because whenever you connect your handle, you're actually linking your Telegram handle to your HandCash handle in a sense. So if I wanted to send a tip to Jaime here, I would just have to do pay 10 euro to at Jaime. And this will process directly from my HandCash wallet, and it will go directly into Jaime's HandCash wallet. He sees exactly who's sending it, and it's just very simple, straightforward. And I think it would be great for groups where people are helping each other out, and you can tip them or some way to pay people and have everybody else see it. It adds a social layer to the HandCash tipping in a new environment.
Yeah, I think that they did a great job, and yeah, basically the integration with Connect maybe it's not the classical integration because you can redirect the people to HandCash, so they managed to do a great user experience even if it's not the most common platform, and also everything looks quite polished. There's some fun commands to tip.
Mhm.
And also the most interesting part is just the fact of connecting Telegram to your HandCash account. And from there you can do anything. So they did what they did, but you can do anything. So
And
um,
there was a few
congrats.
there was a few extra features that they added in, which can be pretty fun. There is Rain, which will divide a certain amount of Duros to n number of people at random. There is Pew, which pays the amount. It's similar to Rain, but it's a bit more specific. So you would put the actual users you want to receive. There's a few other features, but I think the main use case of just tipping people directly and having that integrated with Telegram is great, and they've done a really good job with this.
Yeah, congrats. Congrats to them, and also congrats to all of our 5 finalists. And now it's just time to announce the specific positions for all of them, and also to make clear that the prices for every participant that will be sent to their HandCash accounts during this week.
So we'll go fifth prize up to first prize. So
Yeah.
the fifth prize
So
will be of how much, Rafa?
yeah, for the fourth and fifth prize is going to be $200, and in this case, the fifth prize goes to the microsite real-time typing. So congrats to the team for that. Yes, now let's consider some more specific facts about why is this position, with things we missed or with things that we actually liked. I will go first. We like the idea, the approach. Also, this for this project in particular, what I really like is they had a well-defined target, a well-defined business model. That is something important if you actually want to create a business. And what I miss the most is the product looks not very polished, meaning there's many things to improve in the UX. Also, we had something funny going now in the live stream. But overall, I really like the idea. As I said, or we mentioned before, just this idea of extending existing platforms for content creators so they can monetize, to me was the most exciting part.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and give my feedback as well. One positive I found was that it does enable a pretty good use case for allowing streamers to accept tips with their stream. I think that's great. You're able to embed a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream and have that tipping button right there. If I were to give my advice, I would say try to focus on that use case and maybe steer away from the the content, the word content side of things, and maybe focus more on the streaming. Another piece of feedback I would have is the user experience is a bit inconsistent. So I noticed to generate a microsite, you pay using PayPresto, but to pay using the tipping button, you do it through HandCash Connect. It would be nice to be able to pay for the microsite using HandCash Connect as well as the tipping.
Yeah, yeah, that was something missing also in the integration with Connect. That is not like all Connect oriented, or is not consistent for every feature. So you have something here and then you have something else. So yeah, that's yeah also
One
some really good feedback.
One final thing I would add is I love the tipping button. Unfortunately, we weren't able to demo it today, but the tipping button's very nice. It's very enjoyable to use. It's essentially a circle with a heart in the middle, and then to tip, you kind of drag the heart to the outside of the circle, and the amount of time you hold it there, it'll go up €1 at a time or 1 penny at a time, whatever it is. And as soon as you let go, the tip goes through, and then it shows up. So I thought that was really great.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats to the team, and let's move to the next one. In this case, the fourth place, as we considered, is going for the HandCash bot for Telegram. I think I'll go first. Product-wise, I think it's really nice. Looks polished. Also, I've seen already a few groups using it, which is something very positive. And the thing that is maybe lacking here is in the aspect of viability of the project. I think it's really hard to monetize, to build a business on top of this. Even the product is great, but also you need to create something that is sustainable over time. Maybe there's a few ideas in how you could monetize this thing, but we have to consider what has been presented for the participation in the project. But anyway, I can say I found this really fun. Personally, some integration with Telegram is something that I wanted to see with HandCash Connect. So I'm glad that this thing went for this thing. And yeah, that's the most of it from my side.
Yeah, I would say share a similar sentiment with Rafa. I think it's great to see this. I've been wanting to see a Telegram bot as well, so I'm really glad somebody went out there and made it. A few critiques I have is I found for me there was too many options whenever I was going to tip. There was a pew option and a rain option and a pay option. And then for paying, you can pay to a handle or an address or a PayMail or a Telegram handle. I would like to see it specialized so that you can just tip other Telegram handles. Maybe that would help with onboarding and getting everybody on the same page that's using it. But for now, I think the current implementation might be a bit too confusing and a bit too overwhelming to people that want to use it. Otherwise, I think the implementation is great. It's very easy to connect. It's very easy to add to a group, and I'm very happy with what I've seen from this project.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will make, or it will help to monetize maybe some groups, some existing groups on Telegram. But the thing is, the core piece of technology is already there, and from now on, it's up to them in how to find, maybe like more product market fit, the specialization on certain use cases. But everything we can say is we are very happy with this project. So congratulations to the team, and $200 for them. So now let's go for the top three. We'll start with the third place, and in this case, is going for Bitcoin Optimist. So congratulations to the team for that third place. Maybe one more time, I can go first about the most important things about this project. We really like the idea of being kind of an alternative to forgot the name.
Oh, discourse.
Yeah, Discord. Yeah, so that approach is very interesting as a value proposition itself, and then product wise, it looks very polished. There's consistency everywhere. Um, they found a few different use cases for integrating nano payments, and also something that I think helps a lot with consistency is having just one integration with one single service. Because once you try to integrate many different services, not every, let's call ourselves many other alternatives payment providers, not all of them offer the same features, not all of them offer the same performance. So if you try to cover the same use case using different services, it's not work the same way every time. So that kind of creates inconsistency, and the fact that you use it as one single service simplifies everything.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's many possible extensions or many possible approaches. Again, the base piece of technology is already there, or the base product is already there. We think there's many ways of monetizing, and yeah, I think there's a lot of things to do still for this project. So I think they can keep working on it, finding more opportunities with the reward that we are giving to them. In this case, $600. So I think they find this very useful, and thank you for participating.
I'll add a few comments. Again, I agree with most of what Rafa said there. The site is great. I love how to log in. There's one option that's log in with HandCash. It makes things easy. It makes things very straightforward to the user. There's not a lot that they have to worry about. They connect their account. They can do their payments. They can do their tips. I believe I also saw subscriptions on there. I'm just noticing in my notes here, there was subscriptions. Yeah. They covered 4 different use cases, which is great. All of the use cases are well documented. It's very transparent. You can see from your profile how much you've spent, where you've been spending, and same with receiving, which is really great. And overall, it's just a very complete feeling Connect app, and I give them props for putting that together.
Yeah, and another detail that I found very interesting is the user feedback as part of the Connect integration every time that you trigger a payment, because the connection with your balance is very direct, and in some cases it's really hard for the users to know how much that action is costing. It's normally a nano payment, just a few cents, so it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 3 cents, I think, in most of the cases. But I think that's a detail that I found very, like when you put some love and attention to the detail, and they did it in that case. Also, I think that can inspire other projects in taking that approach. So that's also something I wanted to remark. Great. So we have where at the same time we announced the second. The first one is going to be very clear. So let's do both at the same time. The second, um, the second place is going to Space Hunter, and the first place in this case goes for Clappy Button. So congrats to both projects. They did a fantastic job, and now let's give a more advanced analysis on them.
And Rafa, what are the prizes for each of those?
Yeah, so the second prize is $105,000. This is what the Space Hunter team is receiving, and the first prize is 2,500, and this is what Clappy Button team is receiving. So yeah, I think they enjoy it. It's up to them if they want to reinvest in the project, if they have to, go on holiday, or it's up to them, but they deserve it. So yeah, so let's give some feedback on. Let's start with Space Hunter, the second one. I think the UX is incredible. Everything looks so polished, product-wise. Also, where internally in HandCash we use Flutter. This project is made with Flutter. Also, it's using another framework that is called Flare. So, from the very technical perspective, it's something that I find very interesting. The most negative aspect, and to me in my internal scoring, deciding, I found something quite bad with the security. It's something we also consider for the scoring. There was something concerning there. So just for you guys to know, when you integrate payments, just make it work is not enough. You have to consider that the good or the service behind the payment is not accessible if you don't pay it, because most of the people, they don't know how coding works. But for the people that know how coding works, when they check the code and they understand what is the process behind it, maybe they can manage to get what is behind the paywall without having to pay. And obviously that's has some effects or side effects on the business. That's really bad. So that's something you have to avoid. It wasn't exactly the case, but just using this as a reminder that security is obviously something that you guys have to consider. Also, considering other categories of the project, I think the idea of bringing a classic game back with nano payments, that's very cool. That's original. And also, there's good ways of monetizing, because every time that you pay, the service can just get a very small fee. It can take maybe €1, €2, something very small that has no impact for the user experience. But at the same time, if the game is getting a lot of volume and users, they can make a good amount of money. So yeah, congrats for. Also, it's the only game that we had in the hackathon, so it kind of gets more attention just for the fact of creating a game, I think. But I was very impressed in how they managed to create the game, integrate nano payments. Also, they created somehow some new kind of business model, because something that we didn't comment before is there's different levels, and as you play, the reward for the level keeps growing. So the more people is playing and not taking the prize, there's some kind of like pot or something like that. So this is something also innovative that we didn't see before.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
my feedback here. I thought the UI and the UX was really good. The connect with HandCash button excited me. It was really cool. The front logo, the music too. The music was great. One thing I loved is they were giving me reloads. So uh, as I was playing the game, I was getting transactions sent to my wallet from Space Hunter, and that was just incentivizing me to play more. And the transactions they were sending me, I don't have a screenshot or anything, but they were giving tips on how to play the game in those reloads. So that was a very nice detail that surprised me. The integration is really good from what I can tell. Again, there might be some security things, especially with gaming. You really have to be on top of the security and make sure that the scores that are submitted are legitimate, and there's no way to game or get an unfair advantage by hacking things around. So that's something that they might need to keep an eye on, but that's just in general with all games. The payout was new. This was a new payout model, so I give them extra points for creativity. Instead of paying out based on leaderboards, the user is paid out at a predictable rate, essentially based on their score. So if the user knows that they can hit a certain score and they play and they hit that score, they know exactly how much that they're going to be getting. So that was cool. They may need to do some things to make sure that they're always in the profit, and that when people get too good at the game, that the payouts will balance so they're not at a deficit. But that's something that can be worked out. I think that's a viable business model, and then extra revenue that they get, they can give out through reloads. So I think it's a great model for a game. I'd really like to see them expand more on that.
Yeah. Also, I think creating a game, it's in general, it's way more complex than an app. There's more scenarios to consider. Overall complexity grows. So it's more challenging to develop. They miss that kind of security detail, but the rest is so well polished. They did a great job, and I agree. The level of creativity, it's amazing in so many different aspects. So yeah, congrats to the team, and we hope that they enjoy the prize. And finally, we have our winner here for this first hackathon. Um, it was the Clappy button. We mentioned it before. It's a very competitive project. It looks so polished in every aspect, and not just the button itself, but like everything, like the process from the beginning to the end. For the developer perspective, everything is easy. The level of consistency, it's incredible. Um, I really like the simplicity, and personally, I think it shouldn't get more complicated than what it is, because right now it's very easy to market, it's very easy to explain, and if there's a market for it, that I think there's a market for it, that should be enough for it to grow and to succeed. But I think adding more and more features doesn't necessarily have to improve it, because the essence is what it is, and or that's basically my approach for for product management and some other things. But yeah, very, very impressive. Also, we had the chance to check the code, everything. Again, we could check every security aspect. Everything looks so polished in that area in particular too. And these are the reasons for it to become a winner in this time. Also, they have a business model for it, so it's a business. It's a well polished product. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. Every area to me was a really high score, and also it's exciting. It's not just numbers. It's very cool. It's very exciting. So yeah, that's my take.
Great, yeah. I think it's a great app. I think that it will be very useful for websites that don't necessarily have time to do Connect integration, but they just want simple tipping with Handcash or Duros, and this gives them that option where they can just take a snippet, a JavaScript snippet, and add it to their website, and then forget about it because it's very easy as soon as you log in. It's a one-click login, and as soon as you hit that login, you're presented with your own personal Clappy button and the JavaScript code to go along with it. You can add this to your website in probably under 5 minutes, which is amazing. So great job on that. I think their business model is good. They take a very small percentage of each clap or of each tip, and that's transparent as well. The user can see the recipients when they're going through their wallet, and again, this is another great example where you're adding a social layer to the internet. And whenever you do receive claps, you will see exactly who is sending you that clap. You see their name, their profile picture, and that just kind of connects everybody more, and it gives the people tipping the ability to be seen and recognized for supporting that content as well.
Yeah, it's very clever, and or I think kind of just already wrapping up for many projects, or at least the most exciting ones. What they are trying to do is extending existing platforms or trying to offer alternatives for content creators to monetize. So we saw this very clearly with Clappy Button, the microsite real-time typing. I think it's another clear example. The idea behind it is obviously help more content creators to monetize the execution, as which is different. I think it's kind of the same for the Telegram bot. At least it can help to monetize some groups or some channels where they are posting information that is valuable. So someone can decide to thank just by giving a few tips. But if you have thousands or millions of people, these few cents can become something maybe relevant to you that you can reinvest on your channel or on whatever you are doing with your project to keep growing and to keep enjoying this thing that you do. Because I think most of the content creators don't do it because of the money. It's because it's their passion, and it's because it's some topic on or some area that they really like, and they want to share that talent or the knowledge that they have with others. I think obviously it's the same with Bitcoin Optimist, and maybe the difference here is Space Hunter, that it's a game adding nano payments. So personally, I'm glad with every project presented. I think they are showcasing more and more the kind of things that you can do with HandCash Connect, and trying to inspire other developers too and other businesses with ideas, new ways of monetizing. So very happy with everything. Yeah.
Well said.
Very cool. Anything, Brandon, you want to add before we
I
close?
just want to say congrats to everybody who participated in the hackathon. We really do appreciate it, and we're very happy to see, hopefully, you guys expanding more on your ideas and your business, and making money off of these things, because that's what we want to enable, is new business use cases, new ways for people to make money, and new ways for people to connect on a social, but also a monetary level, so we can show each other that we have value in the real world as well as on the internet. So great job to everybody. Everything's been pretty great in terms of these entries.
Yeah. Cheers on that. I just hope also that everybody enjoyed just participating. I think for developers, trying to compete with other developers is very exciting in general. At least personally, when I've been there, So I hope that we make that possible. And as we said, we are very glad. We're grateful with everybody here to keep inspiring other developers and to change the ways people interact on the internet. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for who is behind watching us. And just to remind again, we will be sending the prizes to every finalist during this week, and it's up to you how you spend it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.